Yeah, Lane, you were part of the same staff with Steve, with Pete Carroll, during a really unprecedented run in conference success. What things about the program can you now maybe improve upon? I mean, it's a little hard to improve on that kind of success, but there must be some areas you think still have some room for improvement.
Well, we've got to, when I look back to when we were here before and the great runs, that you're referring to, the 34 straight wins and the 3 Heismans in 4 years, during that process, we were very deep. And so things would happen, guys. We go the 1 year and Mike Williams is supposed to be on our team, and all of a sudden, he's trying to come back and they don't let him play for his 3rd year. And all of a sudden, we win the national championship because Dwayne Jarrett's sitting there. And so we've got to make sure in our recruiting process that we're not just signing the top guys, but that the bottom of our class are guys that are really good players. And so if there's any difference when people say, what's the difference now to when you were here before, it would be our depth. And so making sure that the bottom of our classes are extremely strong so that we can overcome issues like injuries or transfers or guys leaving early for the draft.
Any other questions? Thank you. Go ahead. Take it.
Matt, did you ever consider transferring, and why not?
No, not once. And a lot of people have asked me that, and it never entered my mind even once. And still being a freshman, it's still almost like a dream come true to be playing at this school. I've always wanted to come to USC, and to be able to play early like that is what I've always wanted to do. And so I wouldn't give up anything to go anywhere else. And coming into USC, I had a couple things that I wanted to accomplish. Obviously, a national championship was up there, so it kind of stinks that we're not going to be able to do that the next couple of years. But
so you're announcing that you're staying for your senior year, so that you'll be able to do that.
Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully, but still, to get a degree, I think from University of Southern California is huge in what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to graduate, and so, but also I think not a lot of people think about this is how many people we send to the NFL, and I figured signing with USC would give me the best chance as a quarterback to go into the league, and that hasn't changed at all. And we're still, we have a great team coming back this year, and I think, the road that I'm on will prepare me to get a job after college.
What about the prospect of not being able to chase a bowl game or a championship until you're a senior? I mean, how do you get over that just emotionally and in your mind?
You can't think too big like that, and I think it's important to take one game at a time and to realize you have to maximize your potential every week, and not think too outlandish about what can't happen and what we're not going to be able to do, but rather what we can do with what we've been given.
Over here in the middle right.
Matt, first of all, how much has changed for you in the last year since a year ago now you didn't even know you were going to be the starter for sure? And do you have more weapons or less weapons on offense than you did a year ago?
Well, a lot has changed. Coach mentioned new president, a new AD, new coach, and with everything that's been going down, a lot has changed. But I don't know. I would say as this year, I wasn't really assessing our skill talent last year. I wasn't looking too into that. I just knew it was different than high school, and that was a lot better. And but looking at this year, especially with the freshmen that we've brought in, and the 7-on-7 sessions that we've had thus far, it's really incredible that USC can get the skill that we get. I think specifically at receivers and tight ends, I've noticed how fast they are. How high they can jump and all that stuff is given. But I don't really know about comparing them. I just know that the skill that we have this year, we should have no excuses to be great.
Right here on the left.
John Goldelli, Daily News. This is for Matt. You kind of came in as Pete Carroll's kind of golden boy, the future. Talk about the transition to Lane Kiffin and what that's been like personally.
I think one of the greatest things he could have done was to open up that competition again with Mitch and I. And more than anything, that challenged me to be a better quarterback. And I think it made Mitch, I noticed a change in his play this offseason as well. And he definitely, we were in competition every day. And it made me a better quarterback, kept me on my toes. People can say what they want about Coach Carroll and whatever, but I think what Coach Kiff did with just every position being open and taking nothing for granted really made me improve my game a lot this offseason.
Right in the middle.
Lane, what does Kennedy Pola mean for recruiting? What role will he play?
Yeah, he's extremely valuable to bring back. Kennedy played at USC, coached at USC when we were here before with us, really started our run of those great years. As we go back and look at that, to have Ed Ogeron and Kennedy Pola, who at that time were really signing all the great players in the local area for us, to have them back on our staff, to split up, Southern California, is really, really powerful. And then outside of the recruiting aspect of what he's done and what he'll bring to us, the coaching aspect. Kennedy has always done a phenomenal job with the running backs' discipline and production wherever he's been. And when he left here, he's been in the NFL 3 different places, and to come back with some new ideas, he's even better than he was before. So it's a great opportunity for us to bring him back home.
Mark Berman, Roanoke Times. Lane, this is not the exact job you signed up for. Have you ever had a fleeting moment of thinking, geez, this was not the right time to come back after all?
Absolutely not. This is the exact job I signed up for, head coach of USC, and so none of that has changed. I didn't come here because of a bowl game. I didn't come here because of the number of scholarships. I came here because it's the best job in America. It's the most historic football program in America, and we get to live right here too.
Time for 2 more questions.
Right here, Wayne. Any chance Grimble or Thomas can move to offensive line? They certainly seem to have the frames for it.
I don't know that right now because I don't get to be around them. I don't know. Those guys, we're not allowed to coach them or see them work out, so I don't know enough to know that. Xavier, just when he walks up by the office, is the biggest of the tight ends that could potentially do that, is all that I know on that.
Coach, over here.
Down in front left.
You referred to all the transfers going on as a free agent football at the college level with no salary cap, given the fact that some of the Trojans' problems have come from runners for agents and agents themselves regarding payouts. Is there a realistic way to monitor that at the college level, especially at a college as expensive as USC?
Yeah, we're in a tireless process of working on that and doing everything that we can. It is very difficult. I'm sure you guys all listened to the SEC Media Days and what Nick touched on there and all the attention brought to that. That's way above me. That's an NCAA, that's an NFL issue that obviously I hope that we get some help with because it's extremely difficult. You talk about, 80, well, we won't have to worry about 85 scholarship players, but so we'll talk about having 71 scholarship players that we have to worry about. It's not just those 71 scholarship players, it's everyone related to them. And so it's extremely hard to monitor that and know exactly what everybody's doing. So we work on it all the time, but I do hope that eventually we do get some assistance from someone above us.
All right. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you, guys.